everyone, my name is Elle and welcome to another update for my hashtag 365 days of samples project. Yes, I am sick again, so I apologize for the sound of my voice, but anyway, let's just get started with the update. As always, I start with the products that I would not purchase the full size of. So the first product is from Dior, and this is the Dream Skin Advanced. I didn't even finish this because it's so highly fragranced. Oh my goodness, I used it 3 times. Now, I can't smell anything right now, but when I could smell and I put this stuff on my face, I used it as a primer a couple times and then just on its own just to kind of see if it was going to do anything for me. But it's such a strong floral fragrance, and I know a lot of Dior products are scented, like a lot of luxury products are, but it was just so overwhelming, and the smell kind of lingered even after I was putting other makeup on top of it. I just did not enjoy using it, and so I decided to stop using it. Just a word of advice, I guess, if you were thinking about getting like a sample of this, that it is very highly fragranced and I would not recommend it to anyone who is sensitive to fragrances. And the last product that I would not purchase the full size of is from First Aid Beauty. This is the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. I liked the feeling of this. I really did, but it just doesn't act like a primer for me. It just does not keep my makeup in place like traditional primers do. It is a moisturizing primer, so I think it's kind of marketed as one of those like 2-in-1 products, so instead of having to moisturize and then prime your face, you could just use this one thing. It wasn't the right thing for me. I felt like my makeup was starting to slide away, especially towards the end of the day, around my nose especially, and then certain areas on my cheeks where I have larger pores. My makeup just did not look very good. Like my foundation just did not hold. And sometimes I was using this first and then putting another primer on top anyway, and I just don't think I need the extra step. Like, my skin is dry right now, yes, but it's getting better. It's not as dry as it was just a few weeks ago, and I don't have the need for it in my current routine. It just does not have that longevity that I really need, because my skin just does not hold any of my makeup in place. That's why I use so many primers and setting sprays and stuff, to get the most I can and the longest life from my makeup. So I'm gonna pass on the First Aid Beauty. It was the time of primers, so moving on to the products that I would purchase the full size of, I have this little guy from MAC. This is the Prep and Prime Natural Radiance in Radiant Pink. So I really liked this primer. Not really surprised, because I have used smaller versions of the Prep and Prime base from MAC before, and I actually have the full size after using the samples, so I'm not surprised that I like this one. This one has that slight pink tint to it, which I like because I feel like it really just brings some radiance and a life to my skin. My skin can get pretty dull sometimes, so this has that little bit of sparkle in it and that little pink tint, so I did like this one. I did not compare it to the regular one, and now I'm thinking I should have, but I think I would purchase this one over the regular one, because the regular one is not tinted, and that's fine. It still has that little bit of glitter and stuff in it, but this one being tinted pink, I just think that it made my skin more radiant. Like it says it's supposed to do, it did that. The little bit of glitter is sometimes noticeable if you are using a very sheer light foundation. With a fuller coverage foundation, you do not notice it, and your skin just looks like a really radiant and glowy. It's the kind of product that encourages compliments on your skin, like, because it just looks so radiant, and as long as I'm not doing anything sort of crazy unnatural with the rest of my skin, and my skin just looks like my skin but better, it's the thing that people notice, and they're just like, hey, you know, you look good. Or if I say like, I'm not feeling very well, people are like, really? You don't feel very well because, you know, you don't look it. And that's good. That's a really good thing in a product, when it can like hide all that stuff that's going on internally, when externally you look radiant and glowing and inside you feel like crap. Good product. So I would definitely purchase this guy from MAC. And the last product that I would purchase the full size of is from Origins. This is the Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask to Clear Pores. This worked really well for me. I got 2 uses out of this foil pack. It says to use once a week, and that's what I did. And I felt that my skin looked instantly better after the first use. So I've actually had quite a few people comment on these videos when I talk about masks and telling me how stupid I am because I am judging a mask based on like the limited time I use it. But let me tell you a thing. Face masks are not supposed to be things that you need to use for like 6 months plus to see results from. They are not. There are some skincare products that tell you you have to use them for so many uses or for such a period of time before you will see results. And usually they give it in groups. Like immediately you will notice this. After, 2 to 3 uses you'll notice this. After, 8 uses you'll know this, or etc. Or they'll say after, 2 weeks you'll notice this, after 4 weeks you'll notice this, etc. But a lot of face masks are meant for people to see at least some result instantly. It's not like a serum or an eye cream which can take multiple uses to see results from. But sometimes you can tell earlier than that if it's a product that is reacting well with your skin or not. So in this case, I used this mask twice and both times it worked for me. My pores looked smaller, my skin overall was smoother, and I just felt like everything was more even overall, and that makeup went on easier on top of it. Because I didn't have a lot of texture after using this mask. So I just wanted to put that out there because I seem to get a lot of judgment from people, especially about face masks. And I just want to say that I've done my research, so I believe in most cases, unless it says otherwise, that I should see at least some kind of results after using a face mask one time. I should see at least the beginning of improvement. And if I don't see anything, then that's a sign for me that it's not working. So anyway, that was a big rant, but I just wanted to touch on that because it gets a little annoying seeing those comments over and over again. And I do have one product I am going to put back into my collection, the Marc Jacobs lip gloss, which I do really, really like still. I just haven't been using it that much because my lipstick roulette, I don't have the opportunities to use a lot of other lip products except for lip balms. It's just the way that it is right now. So I know I like this. I'm going to put this back into my regular collection, and then at some point in the future, if I'm doing another project pan, I would probably pan this. Just because I do enjoy it, I might as well use it. So this would be a good candidate for a future project, but I don't see any point in keeping it in this one right now, or I know realistically I'm not going to get much use out of it. So that obviously means I have quite a few products that are still in progress, so I'm just going to touch on them really quickly. The Replica perfume, this is Flying. I was using this pretty consistently because it smells really beautifully. I can't really describe it right now because I can't smell, and that's why I haven't been using it, because I don't want to apply too much and I want to enjoy the smell of it. And because I'm not entirely sure if it's something that I would repurchase or not, so I'm going to wait till my senses come back and start using this again. I have a lot more progress on the Hempz Exotic Green Tea and Asian Pear Body Lotion. I don't need a whole lot of this stuff. I find that it's very, very moisturizing, and yet it's not sticky. So I appreciate that so much, because you guys know I hate body lotions because I don't like that stickiness. But this stuff, it absorbs almost instantly and it's really hydrating. So I have been enjoying using this. I also really, really love Artificial Pear scent. I'm not sure if I've talked about this before, probably like a long, long time ago. But for those of you who do not know, obviously I like tea scents. I know I've talked about that a lot. And I love artificial pear. I hate real pears. I hate them. I really do. I do not eat pears. I do not like them. I do not like the smell of real pears, but artificial pears, there's something about it that's just magical. And artificial pear with a green tea scent, it's right up my alley. So I've really been enjoying using this one, actually. So you never know. I'm still slowly chipping away at the Renewed Hope in a Jar moisturizer. The reason why I haven't been using this that much is because I've been using more face oils to help balance my skin and like rehydrate it more, and I think it's helped a lot. So I've been going back and using this a little bit more frequently than I was previously. This little guy from Algenist, this is Power, the Recharging Night Pressed Serum. Okay, so I love things that change textures. I'm a super sucker for them. This is the pressed serum, right? So it looks like a lotion, and then you can get, it's like a coconut oil where you have to warm it up to make it a liquid, otherwise it's like a solid. That's what this stuff's like. It's like a solid till you warm it up and then it's a liquid. I love things like that. I love it. I don't know why, I just really do. But this particular product, I'm really unsure about. I've only used it twice because the first time I used it, I got a little scared because when I woke up in the morning, because this is a night treatment, my pores were massive and I am constantly battling my pores, and I just did not want to like be putting it through that. But then I decided to try it again, and then my pores still looked massive. So I want to use it more consistently and see like if I use it more days in a row, if my skin will look better, if there will be improvement there. I just gotta try it, you know? I feel like it can't really do much worse than it has. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try for science. The makeup products I have left. So the ModelCo Highlighting Cream Trio. I mentioned in my last update that I'm not using the peach or the bronze shade because they don't work for me. I did get a couple great suggestions on ways to try and use them, but the bronze is too glittery for me to use as a bronzer, and I just don't bronze that much. And the peach shade is just not right. I don't know, there's something about it that when I try using it as like a blush, it just doesn't quite work. Maybe it's because I have too many layers going on, because usually I'm already doing like a cream blush and a powder blush, and then trying to like pat a little bit of this on, it's just too many layers on my face. But this light shade here, the champagne shade, this is beautiful. This is a really gorgeous shade, and I feel like this is really helping my pearl highlighter pop because it's very, very similar in tone. So when I use that layered underneath pearl, I feel like that it just makes it really pop. I've been really digging cream highlighting bases to make my highlighter pop. I like it a lot. I'm trying to be really, really drama with the highlighter recently. So I will continue to use the champagne shade. The NARS blush in Goulue, I really have not used this very much. It's really pretty. I hate how small the pan is. I know like they did the whole like, let's just a little mini NARS packaging. The little tiny mirror in this is so useless. It's so small, especially when you're trying to do blush. Like it's pointless. But the blush itself is pretty. I can't really get my brush in there so super well, and I don't know, I'm not sold on it yet, so I'm gonna try it for another 2 weeks and then I'll report back on whether or not I like it or not. And the Pixi by Petra, the mini brow trio, still trying to find ways to get this to work for me. I had a lot of great suggestions in the comments of my last video, and thank you guys so much for really all of your help. I've been trying a few different ways on using the brow powders, like these ones, because I said this light shade I'm not gonna end up using, but these two, trying to use them, and I don't feel like it works very well for me. Like I said, I'm brow challenged. Like, my brows are generally pretty terrible, and people will, if they're mean, call me out on it. I've been really lucky here that most people are amazing and just such sweet people, as opposed to my Instagram, which is why I just don't post close-up pictures of my eye makeup anymore, because people are just mean. Anyway, I just don't know if this powder is quite right for me, but I'm not ready to let it go just yet. So I'm gonna keep playing around with it a little bit more and see what I'm gonna do with it. Okay, so I just decided to add these two guys in myself because I just got these samples. Now this is a repeat one. This is the Lancôme Eye Cream that I used previously and like am crazy in love with. And so when I had the opportunity to pick up another sample of it, I absolutely did that. So I'm throwing this back into this challenge because I feel like if I don't, then my samples are kind of in limbo, and I like to keep them all together as much as possible. And then the other one is a primer. I'm a primer junkie. There's certain categories of makeup that just get me, and primers. So this is one. Now I've only used this once, but I decided to throw this in here as well. I just did not want to banish it to my sample box because I wanted to use it right away. This is the Becca First Light Primer. I used this today and I was instantly impressed. So I've only used it once. I can't really comment on it, but so far, I really do like it. I want to play around with this some more and report back. So these are two that I am choosing to add in right now. Okay, the sample box. There it is. There's some new samples in there, just a couple. I've actually pulled a few things out of here. I've given a few more things to my brother, and I've pulled a few things out because I want to put together like a little freebie box. I think I'm gonna bring it to work and just have a freebie box of some of my like deluxe size makeup that's unopened and some of the samples and stuff that I either already know I like or stuff that I don't like. Like there's just certain things that I don't need to use anymore. So certain things I don't need to open if they're not already open, and I can give them away to someone and it's sanitary. Anyway, I gotta figure out how many products I need to choose this week. I handpicked 2, so really I only need to pick 3. But I feel like I should pick 5 because this is the fun part for me and I think for a lot of you guys watching. So I'm gonna pick 5 because why not? Okay, so the first thing I have here, should I just go ahead and declutter this now? The Buxom White Russian. It's White Russian though. A lot of people like White Russian. Okay, I'll put it in. I'll put it in. Okay, the second product is from Dr. Brandt. This is the 3D filler mask, Needles No More. The third product is from Henrikson. This is the Invigorating Night Treatment, Overnight Resurfacer. Okay, so product number 4. We have, this is a foil. This is from Briogeo. This is the Blossom and Bloom Ginseng and Biotin Volumizing Shampoo. Okay, so the last product I have here, product number 5, is from Josie Maran, and this is the Argan Enlightenment Illuminating Veil. So that is everything for this update. Make sure to let me know if you've used any of these products, and if you have any tips, hints, any ideas or suggestions, things I should look out for. I really appreciate it. It gives me a better understanding of the product and just things to keep in mind while I'm using it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of your support. It really means so much. Just wanted to throw it out there that I do have 2 viewers' choice projects going on right now. Well, one's a project and one's just an addition to another project, where you can vote on the next palette for my project Pan Porn, and you can choose my polishes for my project polish. So in case you miss those videos and maybe you happen to be interested, I would really appreciate you guys voting on those things. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday, a wonderful week. I will see you next week for Lipstick Roulette and in 2 weeks for another #365 days of samples. Bye.